Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. A very good afternoon to you wherever you are around the globe. On the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you're highly welcome to this very afternoon special one. Oh yes. After all, Chelsea are fit on the league table. We are still in a Champions League position, and we are likely, I think it is very likely Chelsea will be in the Champions League next season. The way I see things, I have to believe that we will be in the Champions League next season with this same squad. The squad is young, inexperienced, but some months back, we were second on the league table until the injury situation to Wesley Fofana, Badashile, then Romeo Lavia, then Nicola Jackson, Maguire. Before all these injuries, Chelsea was second on the league table, if you can remember very well. So with this same squad, and with about 10-11 games to go, I believe if we can have a good run of games. Yeah. Quickly, you see, after the game last Tuesday night, Chelsea now moved to 5th position after the game last night. Our next 5 league games, Chelsea's next 5 league games, next weekend, we are facing Leicester at home. Leicester City at home. Yeah. Then we'll go for the international break. After the international break, we are meeting Arsenal. Is it after the international break or before the international? I'm not too sure yet. But our next 5 games, we are meeting Leicester next. Then after that, we have Arsenal. Yes. Then we go for international break. When we return, Arsenal game is away game. We are meeting Arsenal away at the Emirates. We are going to be meeting Spurs back in Stamford Bridge. We are meeting Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur back at Stamford Bridge at home. Then we are going to be facing Brentford away again. And then we have Ipswich home. Dear friends, with these 5 games, if we can have a good run, then I believe that we can finish strong. I see it like playing Arsenal. I can predict that we can easily get a draw. But you know, this Chelsea squad, they never get draws. That is my only worry. So it's either going to be a win for one party. And that is why the whole entire team, all the 5 teams there, Leicester, Arsenal, Spurs, Brentford, Ipswich, I can boldly say the only difficult game Chelsea is going to face is Brentford. And that is going to be home. Brentford are a very tricky team. They are more trickish than Bournemouth. So for me, Arsenal is not the most difficult game for me in this 5. Rather, Brentford, I fear them more than even Arsenal. Because we know Arsenal, they will come out. And so with the right tactics, we can match them. But with Brentford, you don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect from Brentford. So this is our next 5 games. If we can have a good run here, trust me to be that we might even end the season on top 3. Oh yes, we might end the season on top 3. Now, I think I can get the timing after the international break, who is going to be playing against Chelsea first. I think I have it. There's a little bit of news on Victor Osimhen, dear friends, you my guys out there. Yes, little bit of news on Victor Osimhen. Okay, Friday, 7th March, Chelsea will be playing Copenhagen next week. Thursday, 7th March. We don't have any game this weekend. Next week, Thursday, 7th of March, Chelsea are playing Copenhagen away in a conference league. Then we will now come back home and face Leicester Sunday, 9th March. Sunday, 9th March. We are facing Leicester on Sunday, 9th March. All right? After then, we'll be facing Copenhagen again at home on 14th of March. It's going to, 14th of March. After that, our next game is in 2 days' time, meeting Arsenal. We'll be meeting Arsenal after then. Then we'll go for international break. It's when we return for international break that we'll be facing Tottenham Hotspurs. That is where we'll be facing Tottenham Hotspurs. Now, quickly before I go to Victor Osimhen, where I'll be ending this afternoon on. Pedro Neto. I spoke about it in the earlier episode. So I don't have much to say about it. But I just want to say, he is right now our best signing last summer. What do you think? He is our best signing last summer, dear friends. Oh yes. Remember, Chelsea are only 2 points off the 3rd place, even after a dreadful run of form. Yes, there is still no, there is still so much to play for in this season. And so we need to be confident of the team qualifying for Champions League. If we win all our home games, as I indicated, and one away game, we will play in Champions League football next season. If Chelsea win all our home games going forward and just one away match, Chelsea likely to qualify for Champions League next season. The only problem is there are some teams like United, Spurs, and Liverpool in those home games, plus a trickish one against Everton. My dear friend, those are the games that we need to watch out. But if Chelsea can grab a win in any of these home grounds, then Chelsea can easily be in the Champions League next season. It is my opinion. I don't know about you. You can tell me what you think, dear friend. Yes, before I conclude Victor Osimhen, I am going to talk about Victor Osimhen, but quickly. The performance of Marc Cucurella needs to be talked about. Marc Cucurella playing as a left back, but inverting left back, needs to be talked about. We have not said enough about him. In the game against Southampton, apart from Pedro Neto's performance as a striker, the main architect of Chelsea's win was Marc Cucurella. Yes. The main architect of Chelsea's win was Cucurella. You see, fans voted Neto instead. I rate Neto's performance as well too. But Cucurella dropped a masterclass performance against Southampton. I haven't seen a tactically, I don't know how to describe it. A player that perfectly executed his, a game plan that was tactically planned. A game that was tactically planned, like Marc Cucurella delivered on Tuesday night. Personally, he is my man of the match. His number speaks for it. Cucurella versus Southampton, 1 goal, 93% pass accuracy, 9 passes into the final third, 5 successful tackles, most in the game, 8 duels won, most in the game, 6 recoveries, 8.9. That's the rating for Cucurella against Southampton. Dear friends, for me, he is my man of the match. Quickly, let's get through to Victor Osimhen final. Let me end on Victor Osimhen. I have a reason why I kept it for last. I know you guys will come after me again, but it doesn't matter. Napoli director, Mana. Napoli director, the man that like to speak a lot. Napoli director, Mana. Speaking again about Victor Osimhen. Yesterday, yes, he actually reiterated again the position of Napoli regarding Victor Osimhen. But as it stands right now, as it stands. Okay, let me quote him. It's true that Victor Osimhen has a release clause into his contract. We are working to find a solution as soon as possible to avoid a late transfer, as happened last summer. He told Sky Sports. They are working right now as we speak to find an early solution for Victor Osimhen. Who is interested? Napoli have opened their doors. Chelsea, are we ready? Let's go. Let's get started. Victor Osimhen to Chelsea. I know the news will hit the ground very soon. It will be everywhere because we have 2 months more for the season to end, right? Or 2.5 months. Osimhen still wants £10 million a season to sign for any club. For those of you who don't know, Victor Osimhen still wants $10 million a season. He is not going to be taking anything less than $10 million a year. That is a season to sign for any club. Whether Manchester United, Chelsea, or whoever. Is Chelsea with the current model? Can we pay? Can we afford? Yes. Are we willing to pay? No. Because our current owners don't pay any player that they sign. How much? £10 million a year, a season. Can he guarantee goals? I am not too sure. I cannot guarantee that. For £10 million a year, that is approximately £192,000 a week. For a striker of his caliber, that is not over the top at all. It's not over the top. A striker of Victor Osimhen's caliber, that is not too much. But the question is, can Victor guarantee us goals, game in, game out? It is not for me to say, because I know if I'm not very careful, most of you guys will come after me again. But my duty is to bring the news for you to understand the pros and the cons of it. £10 million a year or a season simply means that £192,000 a week. That's close to £200,000 a week. So we are talking about, in a month, almost about £760,000 a month. Dear friends, for me, let me repeat it again. It's not over the top for a striker, Victor Osimhen's caliber, the man that he has grown to be. After all, Erling Haaland gets 500k a week. What do you think? Erling Haaland gets 500k a week. It is what it is. Dear friends, I'm ending it here. I'll be back in a short while with more exclusives. Shalom and peace.